space for everybody in the hey, so it's great. The deal room is really kick-ass. That's cool. So I have been doing anime for a while now, and I'm going to get there. I'm going to kind of so I'm going to start off with the, times of yore when I was a little boy. When I was a kid, just to let you, how many people in here were born in 82? Okay, I got one. How many people were born in 92? Okay, some more. How many people were born in 2002? Okay, yeah. Okay, that means I can say this word, this word, this word. Right. So, just to let you know, in 1982 is a very different world for me, and so the type of stuff that we were doing, these were the, for example, this is the kind of stuff that I was subjected to as a little boy. These are the top 3 songs in 1982 various times, and this is one of them. Anyone know this song? Sorry. It's kind of stuff that we were subjected to. When I wasn't listening to this, I was getting out of bed to go to school to this. That was fun. And then when it was time to get pumped up for a date, for a 4th grade date. Dates ended, they hurt. A lot of rejection in my day. But in 1992, for those of you born in 92, these are the songs that you were enjoying.
No. Oh God.
So this is what's going on in your time. Oh yes, really? You were listening to this? You were enjoying this?
My teacher was.
Back when they made things called music videos. When you weren't listening to this, you were listening to this. Coming at you, 91.8 FM. Time now is 11:08. Hope you're enjoying your drive home. Weather is breezy, 76 degrees outside. So that's what you were enjoying. And for all the 8-year-olds out there, I just find it odd how the music kind of, they're totally different worlds. Like this music, this is what they were enjoying.
Tell me what have you listening so
This is good too. Our production assistant loves this song. Listens to it. When you call his phone, this is what plays as it's waiting to pick up. Yes, girlfriend. And he was listening to... That's right, you know the words. All of you do. You are listening to this, you are making bad life choices listening to this. Many children were born this year. So that's what was going on during that time. Now, when I was a kiddo, my babysitter, we didn't have Baby Einstein and all that kind of stuff. We didn't have signing time where you learn the sign language, and it wasn't a big thing to learn about reading reading books to enrich your life and things like that. It was like, are you quiet? Good. Daddy's got to work. So my babysitter was the television. So that's where I got a lot of my inspiration to want to do what I'm doing, is because, oh no, I don't want to do that, I want to do that. It's because I was raised by television. You know, and I come from a family that my mother didn't speak very good English, she's Vietnamese, and so, you know, there wasn't a whole lot that she and I could talk about, I guess you could say. And so we made do. But one thing that got me through it were the movies of my youth, such as
Okay, they're closed. Okay, swear it one more time. I have absolute power.
I've seen this movie so many times. Uh-oh. What's about to happen? So I was watching that.
All the time.
Okay, brown boy, let's dance.
And I thought this was so great when I was a kid.
It's still great.
Have you seen Volume 5? Okay, so...
Okay, maybe not that part.
There we go. So, yeah, that was a great show. And then, of course... That's my workout routine. I'm supposed to taste cereal now? And because I have a pole that does that in my house, no female has ever been inside my home.
Me too. Come on, let's get some breakfast. Come on.
Oh, this breakfast routine. How many people did this morning? How many people can relate? I know all of you. No, that's rude. So there was that going on. I was watching TV a lot. This was unsupervised. And then, of course... This is back when all the theme songs sounded the same. A lot of work for Thundercats. Yeah, that's right, Lionel. Give away your position to the bad guys. Snarf was my favorite. Always the giver of wisdom and knowledge. So I was watching that, and then of course...
Yes.
But that actor, they didn't know who Michael Bay was. This is back when it was real. You can imagine being the choir that gets called in for this. Transformers, all that meets the eye. And then now it comes to... So, we'll get there. So yeah, when I was a kiddo, I was raised on that, and I was also raised on, watching movies and then in my room kind of imitating them and kind of going over them and doing the lines and playing all the characters in the movies because I was an only child. And like I said, hey, dating was like, what is that? No, my midi-chlorian count is too high. I can't. And so I wanted to be things like a cop. Be a cop. Or a scientist. I wanted to do that also. Or a cop. And so I had that. I wanted to do that, but then I realized to be a scientist you have to know a lot about math and spells and chemicals and things like that. And I didn't want to do that. That is not for me. So I went to SMU, and I wasted a lot of time there. I wish I would have studied a little more. We had this one class, so I had 2 other roommates, and we lived in this awesome apartment with the pad. We had these awesome, fantastic parties that we threw when we weren't studying. There was one class that we were supposed to go to, or a couple. And if one person didn't want to go to it, it was like a domino effect. The other didn't go, the other didn't go. Next thing you knew, Xbox was fired up. We were playing video games all day, or sleeping. And don't do that, kids. Go to class. Mama and Daddy are paying good money for it. You better go to class. My mom still holds it over me. But it was a lot of fun because I majored in theater. So when I was doing plays, I was also doing film. Not getting a lot of sleep. Again, failing with the ladies in the theater department. I fell into that brother category. Or at least like, they looked at me like a brother or a priest or something. I don't know. They weren't messing with me, whatever it was. And that's not from lack of trying. And so, you know, what was I gonna do? So I was doing films and theater all the time, every day, 18 hours a semester on top of rehearsals and going to the sets at 3 in the morning, coming back, you know, sleeping in my car because it was easier than going back to the apartment to get ready, all that kind of stuff. Well, senior year, that's changed a little bit, and I was able to trick some ladies into liking me, and we had a great time. But, so I popped out of college, and I thought I was gonna go to the coasts. Either West Coast or the East Coast, but due to several things, I stayed here and found work here, and did film work here. There's a lot of film work in Texas. Chicago was kind of on the radar, but really it was about the coasts. Well, then Funimation came along, and that was just through a normal audition. It wasn't like I sought Funimation out. I didn't know what anime was. I'd seen Vampire Hunter D and Blood, and I saw Blood. I didn't know what an OVA was. So when that movie ended after 44 minutes, I was pissed off. I was like, what's going on? So I didn't know that that's what's supposed to happen, Toddy. The things are supposed to end. And so I get called in for the audition, and I guess I do okay, or I just refuse to leave. And so they're like, well, we can't just leave him here, so let's put him in some shows. And so I did some shows, and just to show you guys a little bit of some of the, this is a little older, I need to update this, but these are some of the things that I've done. In addition to, I don't know if you guys heard, for those of you that weren't here yesterday, I announced some of the Full Metal Alchemist cast, and I'll be playing Ling. Very excited about that. Thank you. Tonight's the premiere episode. I hope you guys watch. And so I did Ling. Please, yeah, check it out. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Go on my Facebook. Go on the Facebook fan club page. Let me know what you think. I cosplayed as Ling yesterday, and so that's all online. It's all Twittered out there and Hulu'd and Facebooked and Magic the Gathering. Anything that gets it out there, it's out there. So please enjoy. I'm still coughing up the wig hairballs because the hair was just like right here, and it was like it must make way into his mouth. And so I like long strings of hair. But anyway, so this is my anime demo. This is older. I'm going to update it, but these are a couple of things that I've done.
I'm going to this out.
You come any closer and I'll cut you in half!
So what's our window? How long before total lockdown?
18 seconds.
How far between gates?
About 2,500 meters.
Even at the fighter suit's top speed, that's cutting it close.
Yeah, it's not much better with our air buggies, but it's our only shot.
I want you to show me what's in your pocket, and I mean right now.
Actually, there's a really good
explanation for this. I mean, I didn't take him, he just followed me on his own. I didn't even know he was there until I got to school.
I'm sorry. Why are you dressed like that, June? Dressed like what? My name isn't June, it's Sakumi Sugumi. Nice to meet you.
Go on an utterly normal date. You'll only be able to make an utterly normal confession. A confession of love should be a beautiful and dramatic thing.
I just think a normal date would be best.
You just don't get it, do you? This is true love. Who knows? It's just one of those things we have to do in order to survive. And remember, if you slack off, I'm telling sis. Here, this is next.
Hey! Would you just wait a minute? Just tell me what it is about me that you don't like, because I don't have a clue.
I have an announcement. Now, in recognition of Ricardo's success, as well as my trust in him, I believe that the commander is deserving of a more fitting honor.
You ready?
All squadrons break through the southern gate, then bring down all the gates from the inside! Prepare for battle!
Well, this is my favorite.
Stupidest alien conqueror ever. You're reflecting on my genius as a home decorator.
Don't say.
You wish I'd do your room too? You can't help but be jealous.
Yeah, I'm so not jealous at all.
Yes, she is. Horribly, painfully, so screamingly jealous.
Stop reading my thoughts. For a city dweller to live in comfort, web searching and email are a must. And boot boxes are lame for listening to CDs, so I have to get the full Dolby system, of course. How else am I going to listen to our awesome ending credits song? Seriously, you got to go. You got to go. And no less than 120 megahertz, or what's the point? Am I right? Kiddo. Yes, this is the life, kids. This is the life.
So that's a little bit of what I've done. I've been very lucky to work with Funimation as much as I have. And I wake up every day and I don't, I try not to take it for granted because I do realize that with so many different things that you guys could be doing with time and with your efforts that you spend in coming here and supporting this and watching what we do, and that just, I can't thank you enough for that. And so I realize that every day. So the first thing I do when I wake up, I'm in bed, I wake up, put my hands behind my head, kind of chill for a second, think about what was I supposed to do today? And then I'm like, oh man, I'm so glad that I get to, my passion is my profession. And then I check my emails. But the first thing I do is I'm very thankful for that. So by no means do I take this for granted. It's a lot of fun to work on these cartoons because I was watching those cartoons like Thundercats and Transformers as a kid. And so I did that. I've been with Funimation for several years now, and I'm traveling the con circuits, and then I get to do the occasional video game and such. And for instance, I'm about to go to Shanghai to do a couple more video games, so that'll be a lot of fun. So that'll take place, and next week I'm in Calgary for a convention, and then I go to Japan, and then I go to Colossal Con. So that'll be a lot of fun. But in addition to the anime career, like I said, I majored in theater, so I had a stage career, and let's see if I have any stage photos here. A couple. Oh, yeah. That was me when I have long hair, and I grow it out like that. I did that a lot in college, and it never looked good, but it fit the part here. This is a show that we did called Turn of the Screw. It's where I played like 4 different people on stage, and that was a very fun show. That's where I played Ho Chi Minh. This is the first staged personification of him. At this time, he's supposed to be like 55 years old. I was 22. And so they know, and I can't grow facial hair like that. They had to make that. If I were to grow a mustache like that, you would have to say, Todd, we're going to be doing a play in 2020. We need you to start growing a mustache right now. This is another show. that we did where I got almost naked. Lot of master cleanse, a lot of slimming down diets for that to make that happen. What other goodies are over here? Let's find out my videos. What's in this kind of video? Oh yeah. Okay, good. This is good. So I did stage for many years. I love stage. Stage acting works a different muscle than anime acting and film acting, and they're all unique and wonderful in their own respects. It's like eggs. Sometimes you want sunny side up, sometimes you want scrambled, sometimes you want poached, but they're all good. It's like that. So when I was at Con, most recently, the last big film I did is going to be out in October. I had to cancel 2 con appearances because it required me to be on set for 2 weeks, and I didn't know about it until a couple days before, and I felt horrible. So I sent them a lot of swag and a lot of things, signed headshots and paraphernalia and shirts and shot glasses and all this stuff. We had rimmed shot glasses. And I sent them a video from the set so they didn't think I was just flaking on them and sitting at home playing video games. I wanted to show them that, no, I'm actually out working. So this is the video that I showed them here, and it shows you, the reason I'm showing you this is because it shows you a little bit of what it's like to work on a film set outside of the anime booth. The Zumi Con, that's
popcorn too hot in the microwave exploded in face type situation, or what?
Monster. My eyes out. One of my eye out because of her scream, and it was so unbearable that my face became this
how easy and how difficult is it being a movie film hero?
Well, it involves cold weather, lots of hard things to carry, and coffee, and multiple takes.
It'll make sense when you watch it. All right, so yeah, that's a little bit of what it's like to be on set. It's a lot of you know, it's different than being in a booth, because in a booth we come in for, well, on the West Coast you go in for 4-hour sessions and that's about it. But in Texas, there's no time limit. Sometimes I'm in there 12 hours a day. And when we were doing Southern Frog, actually, I would record from 10 a.m. to 6, and then from 6 to 10 on a separate batch of episodes. And so a lot of times you would catch me in the booth sleeping in between takes because I was so exhausted. Because I was doing this character for 12 hours and looking at you, you Picaponians! Like that for 12 hours. And so it was very strenuous. So we would do that, but yeah, I love the West Coast thing where it's just like 4 hours and that's all. But on filming, it's 15 plus hours a day. But a lot of it is you're kind of waiting in your trailer and like you're in makeup, you're in costume, and like a lot of times I would just be like, hours later. So, and like sometimes there were times when I'd be ready to go and the woman comes by and goes, okay, 5 minutes till set, Todd. And then we come in and she goes, okay, we're gonna break for lunch for an hour. Okay, great. And then that would be it. But that's okay though. I mean, I'm not complaining at all. The trailer, you know, I get to sleep, the thing folds out and I go to Sleepy Town and the Sandman and I hang out. But I didn't know that was a loud, no weird noise. But so that was going on over there. Now, I have 2 options for you. Number 1, I can show you something that features Chris Sabat voicing something, he's affiliated with it, and me, with Kent Williams, who's the narrator for Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Or I can take a couple of questions.
Video.
You want to watch it? Okay, now let me, okay, I'll show you. Now let me preface this. How many people don't like clowns? Okay, well get ready, babies. I don't like clowns either, that's why I made this. This was a film I produced about 2 years ago and there are 2 sequels involved. I made this because I wanted to face my fears, kind of like how Bruce Wayne faces his fears by being Batman and fighting criminals and doing good for the world. I make a clown film. So, check this out. This was made 2 years ago, like I said, with the help of Mr. Christopher Sabat and company. And let me... That's what you do when you don't have a date. But yeah, so we did that and we had a great time doing it. So there are more sequels on the way. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for checking that out.
I like your background.
Oh, thank you. Me too.
That is awesome.
Tell you what, guys, I want to give the next group a little bit of time to get set up, so I thank you so much for coming, and I hope you enjoy yourself, and I will see you throughout the day. Please check this out.